Liver, it is the largest gland and also organ. It has the both exocrine and endocrine part. So here the exocrine part, it secretes the bile. Then endocrine parts, it secretes and also synthesis some hormones. They are called plasma protein, glycogen, glucose, then heparin it secretes. So it has the two parts. One part is the exocrine part, one part is endocrine part. Now the liver, usually it lies in the right hypochondrial region, then the left hypochondrial region. It is about 1.5 to 1.8 kgs. It varies in the robust persons. So here the liver, situation of the liver. Okay. Now the different surfaces and the borders of the liver. Usually there are two surfaces. One we call it a diaphragmatic surface. See the diaphragm. Diaphragmatic surface, completely it covers the liver. This is one surface. Another one surface we call it as the visceral surface. The diaphragmatic surface, for the study purpose, it divides into anterior surface. This is superior surface. Here is the right lateral surface. Then the posterior surface, diaphragmatic surface. Then here is completely visceral surface. Here the anterior surface of the liver, if you see, it is a convex completely. It includes both the lobes. It is the right lobe, it is the left lobe. It is the convex. It is a convex both the side. It relates, here it relates the right costal margin. Here it relates the right costal margin. Then right side, here it relates the 6 to 10th rib. Then here in the left it relates 7 to 8th rib. Then here in between here it relates the xiphoid process. Then entirely it is completely covered by the peritoneum. These are all separated by the peritoneum. This is about right anterior surface. Then lateral surface. See the lateral surface. It is a lateral surface. It is a convex lateral surface. Here lateral surface, here it relates the 7 to 11th rib, here it relates. Then upper part of the right lateral surface, here it relates the right costodiaphragmatic recess. Then base of the lung and the pleura, all are separated by the right dome of the diaphragm. This is the right dome of the diaphragm. This is the right surface. Now this is the superior, this is the superior surface. Superior surface is convex. Here the superior surface, here it relates the same, the right lung, the base of the right lung, then the pleura. Then here it relates the heart and the pericardium. Here it relates the heart and pericardium. They are separated by the left dome of the diaphragm. This is what the superior surface. Then the posterior surface. If you see the posterior, see here, posterior surface, it is completely attaches to the diaphragm, posterior surface. Here the posterior surface is also called as the bare areas of the liver, because it is not covered by the peritoneum, because see here directly it relates to the, see here directly it relates to the posterior surface of the liver, see, understand. Hence the posterior surface, usually call it as the bare area. Here the posterior surface, here it attaches to the right dome of the diaphragm by loose areolar connective tissue, number one. Here it consists, number one, the inferior phrenic artery. The posterior surface relates the inferior phrenic artery, then the right dome of the diaphragm. Then here it posterior surface, here it consists, see here, here we have inferior vena cava. Here we have the inferior vena cava. So this inferior vena cava lies in the groove. It lies in the groove. This groove, this we call it as groove for the inferior vena cava. It is also the bare area because it is not reflected by the peritoneum. Hence it is also called as bare area. These are the relations of the posterior surface. Then inferior. It is also called as the inferior surface, or also we call it as the visceral surface. So the visceral surface, if you see, it lies downwards and backwards. It lies, if you see here, it lies downwards and backwards. Then visceral surface, here relations, if you see the relations, here we have the gastric impression just below the left lobe of the liver, gastric impression. So here the gastric impression, here it relates the fundus of the stomach. Above is the esophageal relation, it relates to the esophagus. In between the gastric impression and this we call it as the ligamentum venosum, in between there is a tuber omentale. This we call it as the tuber omentale. This is the relation. Next relation. Here see the neck, here neck, here we have the left side of the neck, here it relates the pyloric part of the stomach. The right side, the body of the gallbladder, here it relates the first part of the duodenum. Here it relates the first part of the duodenum. Lateral to the duodenum, here we have the renal impression in the inferior surface of right lobe of the liver. Here we have the right suprarenal gland and right anterior surface of the right kidney. Understand? Anterior surface of the right kidney. And here it consists, here it relates the two lobes. One lobe we call it as, see here, caudate lobe. Usually it lies in between the groove for the inferior vena cava and ligamentum venosum. It is also called as fissure of the ligamentum venosum, caudate lobe. Then here it relates another one important, a quadrate lobe. Here it relates the quadrate lobe. It lies the left side of the gall bladder, quadrate lobe. Then here inferior surface, here it relates another one important is gallbladder. Usually it lies in the fossa for the gallbladder. If you see here, this is fossa, fossa for the gallbladder. It is also the bare area of the liver because it is also not covered by the peritoneum. Another one important is the porta hepatis. Another important is the porta hepatis. Here the porta hepatis, it is a transverse slit in between the caudate lobe and the quadrate lobe. Porta hepatis, that is we call it as porta hepatis. In the porta hepatis, it is also called as the hilum. It is also called as the hilum of the liver. Here it transmits the important structures, we call them. Here we have the portal vein, here inside the portal vein, here we have the hepatic artery, here we have the portal vein and the hepatic artery and the bile duct. We have three here. See here, portal vein, then hepatic artery, then the bile duct. So these are passing through the porta hepatis. Porta hepatis also, it is the bare area of the liver because it is also not covered by the peritoneum. Understand? Now, ligaments. Now the coming to the ligaments of the liver. Here the ligaments, they are, this is the, we call it as the ligamentum of teres. If you see here, it is a cord-like. Usually it lies in between the right and the left lobe of the liver. Usually it lies. So ligamentum of teres, here if you see cord-like, here it consists the median umbilical vein. Then here it is a ligamentum falciform. This we call it as ligamentum falciform. Here this is another one is there, it is the left triangular ligament. Here is the right triangular ligament. Here, see, left triangular ligament. Here is the right triangular ligament. So another one is there at the posterior surface. If you see this is, if you see this is superior coronary ligament. Superior coronary ligament. Here another one, inferior coronary ligament. This is inferior coronary ligament. Here ligamentum venosum. Ligamentum venosum. Usually it lies in between the caudate lobe and the left lobe of the liver. This is ligamentum venosum. These are the ligaments. Now the lobes. Here the lobe 5/6, the liver, it is formed by the right lobe of the liver. 1/6, it is formed by the left lobe of the liver. Right lobe and the left lobe. Another two lobes are there at the inferior surface of the liver. We call it as, see here, usually we call it as, see, this is caudate lobe. Caudate lobe, it is a quadrangular in shape, caudate lobe. Usually it is quadrangular in shape. Right side, if you see here, right side it is bounded by the inferior vena cava. Left side it is bounded by the ligamentum venosum and fissure for the ligamentum venosum. Understand? Inferiorly, if you see the inferiorly, it is bounded by the porta hepatis inferiorly. Another one is there, quadrate lobe. If you see the quadrate lobe, The right side, it is bounded by the gallbladder. The left side, the ligamentum venosum, left side. Superiorly, it is bounded by the porta hepatis. Inferiorly, it is bounded by the inferior margin of the or inferior border of the liver. Then if you see the below, one sharp process is there. This we call it as the mammillary process. This we call it as mammillary process. These are different lobes of the liver. So sometimes the right lobe of the liver, it extends like a tongue shaped. This we call it as another Riddle's lobe. This we call it as the Riddle's lobe. It is a variation. Sometime it may present, sometime it may not present. Here. So here these are all the structural and the relations of the liver. This is about the anatomy of the liver. आगे लेने दो.